Right. Hi, everyone. Looks like everyone is filing in. Glad everyone could join us today. Let a few more people get in. So hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dondi from FloraCraft, and as you can see, today we're making this fun spring-themed wreath. We are using our extruded foam ring in green. Also comes in white. I'm using the green today because it's a nice camouflage behind the reindeer moss there. So if we can go to top down, I will show you all the ingredients I used to make this wreath. So we have our wreath form, and then on the back, I used this chicken wire. I just cut a piece of it and pinned it to the back. And I covered it with reindeer moss, this Supermoss, preserved reindeer moss. It's nice and it's still soft, so it doesn't break up, it's not brittle. I also used 2 little flower picks, bushes, I guess, in 2 colors, just a little contrast. You're gonna need floral pins, greening pins, S pins. These are Ashland. And this is to help secure the chicken wire to the back of the wreath. And then you'll need a pair of good nippers to cut your wreath to the shape, or cut your wire to the shape of the wreath. So I'm going to use this one because I have it all flattened out. So that's the first thing you're going to need to do, is just unroll your chicken wire and make it all nice and flat. And then figure about how much you're going to need to cover the back of that wreath. We have Tony on chat today, and she is going to help us with any questions that you might have.
Yep. Hi, everyone. You'll hear my voice pop in. So when you ask your questions, I will get on and ask Dondi those questions. And you actually already have a question, which I'm not sure if you'll know the answer to.
Okay.
Someone asked, will the reindeer moss become brittle over time?
It does. Like this one was done probably a month ago, and I'm already starting to feel a little bit of crisp on the very, very outside edges. It does, I feel a little, but it's not brittle. It's not falling apart. You can just feel that it's a little stiffer than it was when I put it on there out of the bag. And you know, I should have found out, but I wonder if there is a preservative that you could spritz it with after you get it on the wreath, just to keep it from getting crunchy. So you're just cutting in the middle, and you can see in this chicken wire there, there's a little twist and then a little flat spot in between all these, and I'm just trimming that little flat spot in between. So we also want you to know that this video is being recorded, and it will be up on Michael's YouTube site in 24 to 48 hours. So if you get behind and you want to see something over again, then definitely tune in and do that. And if you are crafting along with us today, we'd love to see your finished product, and you can upload that to hashtag Make It With Michaels or hashtag Michaels Classes, or you can hashtag FloraCraft. So we'd love to see it too.
Don, did you have any questions or answers to this question? Some people do not have the chicken wire. Do you have suggestions for what they can use instead?
Well, let's see. Maybe screen. I mean, screen would kind of, they have that screen that's a little bit wider squares, not like window screen, but it's a little bit bigger squares could probably work. I mean, really, the wreath doesn't really need the chicken wire. Um, there's nothing on it. I don't glue anything to it.
Just an added texture.
Just that little bit of shine in the back, and you always think spring when you see the little baby chicks running around. So that's why I kind of chose chicken wire. So all I'm doing is going around every so often and putting these pins in. You want to put them in at a little bit of an angle because then they won't go through the other side. They're a little bit longer than the wreath is wide. So just a few here and there wherever it's puckering. Just add them. And then you can go back and just like you did to cut it to size, just go back in and cut these corners off. And then what you'll do so that none of these little wires, and I'm not going to take the time to do it now, but so that these little wires don't scratch your door, I bend them all back. And then if you're really worried about it, you can always take like a piece of ribbon and glue it over the top because these are really sharp and it will scratch into your door. So you could take some ribbon and cover it up, or you could bend them back and just bend them out of the way, or something.
Do you have any other suggestions for types of moss that might not get as brittle over time?
I think it all kind of dries out after a while. I wish I knew of a preservative because that's really the only way to make sure that it's not gonna get soft, get crunchy on you. Now, this floral moss pretty much dries up and gets brittle also. I did just read, Krylon has it's called triple thick, from Krylon, it's called triple thick glaze. And they use that to preserve dried flowers. It won't be soft and squishy like this is. It would make it hard, but at least it would hold it together so that it doesn't crumble and fall off. So that might be something.
How do you store the wreath after Dondi? People are wondering if maybe you store it like you would a Christmas wreath holder.
Yep, I would for sure. Yep, so that moss stays protected from getting smashed for sure. And like I said, you're gonna have to take the time to bend back all these little guys so they don't scratch. And then that's what it looks like from the front, of course. You won't see any of those little edges.
And can you tell us the size of that wreath form one more time?
Yes, this is a 14-inch ring. Open this up. All right. So what I like to do is just get a big bunch of it out. And it all kind of has a front and a back. Like the back is kind of bigger, and this is kind of soft and prettier. So there is kind of a front and back to this stuff. And then we use some of this little dirtier, not so pretty stuff to kind of fill in around the bottom edges where you don't see it as much. And it just pulls apart really easy. And then we are attaching this with just a glue gun. So we don't have to worry about hiding floral pins or anything. We're just gonna glue it right on.
I'm seeing a lot of questions in the chat for kind of your supply list. So I just want to remind everyone that that's actually on michaels.com. And when you go to the class and online classes, we provide the whole list there with links if you're having trouble finding something.
Yep. So this is gonna take the time, folks. All I'm doing is just where one stops, I just add another, give it a little push, stick it on there. And if you don't want that, all that stuff, you can just rip that off. Use a little smaller piece. Yeah, so if you, I mean, I said there's not anything that I stick to it, but now that I'm thinking, it would be kind of cute to have like maybe a couple butterflies that land on the little screen. Be cute. So this is it. Just keep on adding. Where's everyone from? We have places. Do we know where people are watching from today?
We had some in the beginning. There's Boston, Tennessee,
Nice.
Indy, New Jersey, California,
Wow,
another New Jersey,
that's awesome.
Georgia, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Florida, Italy.
All right. I think we've had
Yeah.
Italy before. I wonder if it's the same gal or person. Shouldn't say gal, could be gentleman, I guess.
Do you have any other recommendations if they don't have a hot glue gun, how to attach the moss?
You can use floral pins. It'll go on with floral pins. So if you just, same way, you would just lay it and then just put your pin at an angle, shove it in there. And it does hide in there because the moss kind of sponges up around the pin. So it might even be quicker to use pins.
Oh, wow, we're getting lots in.
So
We have Miami, Connecticut, Virginia, Baltimore.
nice. Crazy how everyone from all over all has the same need for a spring wreath. Do we have a lot of makers out there, or are people doing this as sellable items, or is this just personal craft? Oh yeah, pins work. And these are they're called greening pins, and they have a nice little top on them, a little U shape, so that they wrap right around the moss and hold it in place nice.
We have well, at least 4 people that have just said personal for home, bring some spring joy.
For sure. I hear that. We're ready. We're here in Ludington, Michigan. So we just came out of a pretty cold spell. It was single digits for a while, and You got quite a bit of snow and wind and then last week and so far this week it's been pretty nice. I mean 30s. But sunshine is nice. We have had some of that. So yeah, for anybody that's just tuning in, all I did was take a piece of this chicken wire, rolled chicken wire from Ashland. I cut a piece big enough for the back of the wreath, and then I just used the floral pins to pin it in place.
Do you need more than one bag of moss to cover this?
We
Or-
shouldn't. No, one bag should do it. These are really nice sized bags. And I do believe, maybe Maddie can let us know, but I do believe Michael's has other colors of this moss also. Maybe stick that in the chat or something. And I don't know if someone thought to put the hashtags in the chat, but that would be good for everyone to see them.
Yes, Maddie is sharing links in the chat throughout when people are asking questions. So those are in there.
Nice. So yep, any way you can get this on will be just fine. Sorry.
We have a question. Would you recommend something like cloth on the back? Just probably in place of the chicken wire.
Sure. Sure, some really cute, you mean like fabric, like cute springy fabric or something?
Mhm. Maybe
That would be
felt,
cute.
somebody said.
Yep. Maybe even burlap might be kind of country, kind of cute. Or if you want to take it up a notch, you could do a piece of like open lace. Make it kind of cute country. Yeah, there's a lot of moss in here, guys.
So the chicken wire is more of just a decorative addition. So
Yep.
people can add it or add other options.
Absolutely. Yep. I just hadn't made a chicken wire wreath, and I see a lot of them around that are just the metal ring with the chicken wire in it. And I think they sell them at Michael's. And I thought, well, shoot, I want to be able to stick flowers into it without gluing them, which is the beauty of our foam wreath is you can just push the stems right into the foam and hold them in place. You don't have to wire the flowers on or glue them on. And a lot of times you glue onto that wire and it wants to come back off.
John, have you ever tried sticking hot gluing moss to metal rings or metal?
Yeah, that's what I was. It's not easy. I just did a wreath that I put, it was a metal wire wreath. And I did put floral moss around it to cover the wire, but I just tacked it in place with a glue gun just to hold it in place. And then I went over it with florist wire, like paddle wire, green paddle wire. And I went over it and just wrapped it just kind of here and there and everywhere. And that kind of formed it around the wreath. And it stayed real nice. And you didn't see the wire because it was green, of course. But it just gave it that little bit more stability because, you know, moss is kind of in layers anyway. So when you glue the bottom layer, the top layer sometimes wants to peel off. So that was nice having it wired on. We're almost there, guys. No, we're not. It's only halfway.
Coming together, it looks very nice.
Are there other decorations you do for spring? Is it just your front door, or do we have some other ideas for decorating for spring? Other areas of the house? You could absolutely incorporate the same idea into like a centerpiece. Cover a chunk of foam with this moss and add your flowers to it. You wouldn't even need a container. Just look like a little mound of moss.
So are we going to cover the entire thing in moss first and then add flowers?
Yes, we are. And they're saying, all right, then I'm gonna come back in 10 minutes. She's done. It's okay, I don't blame you. I was watching a gal do a mesh wreath on a video, and she said the same thing. She's like, I know this is very repetitious, so if you want to come back and just fast forward to that, then I understand, or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, she knows us too well.
Is your hot glue gun a low temp gun or a regular gun?
Yeah, I didn't mention that. So this is a low temp glue gun. A lot of times when you try to use a high temp gun on our foam, it will melt it. And then it doesn't glue, it just melts. So low temp glue is definitely the best choice for foam.
And again, if you don't have glue and you're joining late, you can also use the pins.
Yep, yep. So the greening pins from Michaels, they're back in their floral tool department. And it's just a little U-shaped pin called the greening pin. And I'll show you that that works also. So you're just going to put your pin in at an angle so it doesn't pop through the back side of the wreath. And it just hides right in there. The foam kind of puffs around it and hides the pin. And we'll just remind everybody that it is being recorded. So it'll be on Michael's YouTube channel in 24 to 48 hours. Pretty quick, they get it up there. Does everyone watch a lot of the videos? Have you had a chance to look through their tons of videos? You get lost in there.
Oh yes, we have fellow watchers. Some people like painting classes.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
We have a lot of first timers watching this class.
Oh, good. Well, if you like it and you'd like some more foam ideas, we have several other in the archives at Michael's that we've done. Christmas, I guess, mostly, right?
Yes. Can you mist this moss to keep it fresh? Would that make a difference?
You know, that might work. Just keep it a little bit moist. I wonder, I should have gone on Supermoss's website and seen if they had any tips or tricks on keeping this stuff. Now this I bought probably a month ago, maybe more. And in the bag, it still seems real soft.
Oh, thank you, Maddie. Maddie just shared more of Dondi's classes that we've done before in the chat. So you can find that link there.
Oh, that's nice. Fun Christmas projects we've done. Oh, and Valentine's, right? Yeah, we just did a Valentine one. It's kind of cute. We're almost there.
When that moss becomes brittle, Dondi, you don't have to throw it out, do you? It'll just become more fragile.
Right. Yep. It'll still hold in place. Kind of like a little Brillo pad, you know, but I think it'll still hold in place. It'll just be, and then, you know, maybe like I said before, that Krylon that they use for dried florals, you know, maybe once it gets crunchy, you could use that glaze because it's already crunchy to keep it from breaking apart if it does get bumped.
And would you think that this is strong enough to be on an outdoor porch?
Sure. Yep. This is one of those crafts like you could watch a movie while you're crafting. You don't really have to think. Just fill in the foam.
We have a question on if the moss will start changing colors as it ages, so as it dries out.
No, it's dyed. That I do know. What does it say? Long lasting. It's preserved, color enhanced. So yeah, I think it keeps its long lasting, vibrant color. Yep. I think it will stay green.
So it's the foam and moss is all okay getting wet.
Yep. Yep. I think so. As I know, I know the foam is fine, and the moss. I mean, I think it'll get wet, but it'll just dry out. We are going to use a full bag. Poor Jordan. He's over there almost falling asleep.
No way. I think he's excited and loves this craft.
He's so excited. Well, we're getting to slim pickings now.
What size is that bag of moss?
This is, well, geez, you'd think it would be right there, right? Oh my goodness, it's this great big bag. It doesn't tell me how much it is.
It is larger than the size of your wreath form.
Yes, it's that big. But really, it doesn't say, oh, yes, it does. I
8
lied.
ounces?
It's right there. No, that doesn't make any sense to me. No, it's the big bag.
Maddie from Michael says that it measures by weight, so it is an 8-ounce bag.
Oh, good. Thank you, Maddie. That's why we have Maddie.
We still have some concerned questions about the wire on the door. So in the beginning, Dondi did show how to curve in those sharp edges, or you could even cover with a ribbon or felt to prevent that from scratching.
Yep, if you take a pair of pliers and bend back the sharpest, you know, what you can, bend back with the pliers, and then absolutely I would put ribbon or felt or something to protect your door. we're running out of moss. But that's okay, because once you get down to where it's not as yummy little pods anymore, this is the area of the wreath that we will put the flowers. So you won't even see all this mismatched stuff. Do we have people crafting along today?
Yes, you do.
Oh, good. I know, I kind of wish I could see everybody. But then I probably wouldn't pay attention to what I was doing. I'd be watching you guys.
We do have some people that just watch because they find you doing crafts relaxing.
Aw, I can see how that would be. Something to watch besides TV. I'm not a big TV fan, so I tell you, I get to watching those. I've said this before. You guys are like, we know, you've already said that. But I get to watching those acrylic pours. No, I'm sorry, resin pours. I want to do that so bad. That looks like so much fun. And every project is one of a kind. You can't make two alike.
We have someone that watches so they can do these projects with their clients in an adult daycare later.
Oh, nice. That's great. I worked at a adult daycare when I was in high school, and my job was the activities room. So I was like everyone's favorite.
And now look at you, Jill, activity,
Yeah.
everyone's favorite.
All right, I think I got it, guys. I think everything is covered. You just want to make sure that you kind of go around the outside edge and fill in, because when it's hanging on your door, people are going to see it from every side. So you want it to be pretty on every side. That's good. All right. And then I would pick your least favorite side. So whichever side has like the dirtiest, not as green, fluffy moss on it, which mine looks like that spot would be right there. It looks a little less green and fun. So that's where we'll put the flowers. And luckily, that's right where the chicken wire runs up and down vertical. So it's not, I guess it doesn't matter. It looks pretty crooked too.
Can you show the camera the back
Sure.
really quick before they see?
Yep. So all I did was just cut a piece to fit and floral pinned it in. I didn't glue it in, just, I mean, you could, and then you would go back and fold in all these sharp edges and cover them with ribbon or felt or something. You know, you could even use like those felt, the ones that you stick on the bottoms of your chairs,
Oh yeah, this would stick right on.
and they would stick on, and then it would raise your wreath a little bit away from the door so that those don't touch. So that could work. All right. So then all I did was just cut apart these little bushes, and you don't need all the stem. I cut them maybe inch and a half long. And if you push the little leaves up a little bit, It makes your little flower pick a little fuller looking. Snip those off. Flower or that leaf up. And I think this, I mean, this wreath, it's a spring wreath, but I mean, why couldn't you add little mini Easter eggs or little robin eggs or something to it for Easter? Cute.
Yes, everyone can make anything custom to their personal liking. So if you don't like the chicken wire or you want to add something else, you can definitely do that.
I just like to get all these guys off there and lay them out so I can see what I have to work with. And these, of course, are little spring bushes from Michael's. All right. Now these will insert right into the wreath, right through the moss and right into the wreath. And if you want, you can add a little glue to the tip of the stem first before you insert it in the foam, and that will help secure it in there. And we're just going to start building. Like these things are growing right out of the moss, right up the side of the wreath. We'll put a few in the middle. And then I just liked that this was a little bit of a contrast color, so pop a few of them in there too. And then some of the stems have these little fun little grassy pieces, so I liked that those kind of popped out. And this is just kind of however you want. If you wanted a cute little mound just right here in the middle, like they're just growing out from right there, you could do it that way. I just decided to put a few on this side, and then it looked a little lonely up here, so I saved a couple pieces to put up there.
We have some other fun ideas with mushrooms and butterflies and birds and eggs, and Michael's has all sorts of fun options.
Oh, yay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had a hard time deciding what to use. There was so many cute little spring bushes. So then up here, we're just going to add a little white. Splash of color up there, and maybe a little bit of this. So if you push your leaves up too far, that pops off. That's okay, they go right back together. We'll put a little color there. Cute. A little more white here. This side. Come on. Can't find. There we go. There it is. So the idea is just to make it look like it's just growing out of this moss. Fun little garden. So what I made the hanger out of, so this little hanger, I just made a little piece of chicken wire and just cut a little skinny piece But if you're not using chicken wire, you won't be able to do this, I guess. But so I just cut a piece about yay wide. So it's about 2 sections, I guess. And I'm hoping I remember how I did it. So, more. So then I just took it and just folded these sides in all the way down one side, all the way down the other side, and then folded it in half. And that's literally all I did for the little strip of hanger. And then just floral pinned it to the back. But you could use ribbon for this, you know, glue and pin a piece of ribbon on. Anything really. This one, I just folded all these little guys in towards the center. And be careful because they're sharp. And then after I had it all folded into the center, I just folded it in half. So you like sandwich all those little ends right in half. That just kind of makes a neat like chain link. I don't know if you guys can see it very good, but it just kind of makes a cute little chain link hanger. And then I just put the 2 pieces together. And you take another floral pin, and this I would probably glue over top of the pin just to make sure that it stays and your wreath doesn't go flying. So just take it right over top of that pin and just glue it in, let it dry.
Do you have a favorite glue gun that you would suggest for a beginner?
This is a real nice one. It's a Craft Smart. It's a nice little low temp gun. It's a nice size. This is from Michael's, and it's right back in the floral department, also right by the greening pins actually. But it's a nice little gun. Good price.
And then did you suggest a floral protectant earlier?
Yeah, I mentioned that if it gets crunchy, if the moss gets crunchy on you, there is, I just looked today and I see that there's a Krylon. It's called Triple Thick Glaze. And they use it for like preserving dandelions, dried flowers, dried stems. So it could work for, but it's going to make it hard. It won't be soft anymore, but it will keep it from crumbling on you. I'm afraid I'm going to tip this over and it's going to stick to my table. Not dry yet. I'm going to lay this down. So then that's the finished. If you wanted to jazz it up a little bit, I did find this really cute ribbon at Michael's. It's like a yummy peachy orange with little gold polka dots on it. So, I mean, it would be cute with a little bow. Put a little bow on it. And then if you wanted to use that same ribbon, you could, I just put a little key ring on threaded a piece of ribbon through a key ring. And then I would just put this instead of this chicken wire hanger. You could use this in the same way and just glue and secure it with pins and glue to the back. And that would be a cute hanger for it also. So you can have that and the little bow. Or like somebody said, butterflies would be super cute in the center of it. Are there any more questions? No?
No, doesn't look like it. Looks like people are asking if other people online want to share what they have made.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
So if you're getting your videos done, hold them up.
That would be fun. So you can see everyone. Oh, there's one. Nice. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, very nice. Oh, this is fun. I like this. This makes it worth it. I get to see what you guys are doing. That's great. I love all the extra flowers in that one. Very nice. Yeah, hi. Good job, guys. So put those up. Hashtag make it Michael's, make it with Michael's, hashtag Michael's classes, or hashtag FloraCraft. We'd love to see them. Wow, look at that one. Oh, and is that a butterfly? A little butterfly in there, yeah. Very nice. Oh, this is fun. Hers doesn't, oh, she did a wire mesh in the back. Looks like, yeah. It was fun. I want to do that every time. All right, guys, I guess if there's no other questions, I'll let you get on to your next Michael's video, right? All right, well, thanks for making it fun with FloraCraft, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.